So we're back again, and I did do some review before the start of this recording, but essentially we need a service building because we're gonna hit hostility 5 soon, and I do think we take less villagers. Let me just check the mysteries one more time. Do I have anything for when villagers leave? No, right? So I can't. All things considered, I can't just let people perish here, but. I don't think I want to do that. I was moving my chair, and then my clothes caught on the chair. But let's just proceed. We're still going to do some prep here, but I don't think there's really too much to do. Funny enough, yeah, there's not really a lot. So, still going to cough, so I mute myself when I cough, but maybe I may end up making wine. Really, only the beavers can use it. Otherwise, I would like large berry baskets, but yeah. I guess I'll see. The first, yeah, we're gonna actually take less villagers here. So this, I would take 7. I think we're gonna take 6 instead. That will increase hostility up to 92, and then maybe we cut like a few more trees, but we'll see. Otherwise, you might have to sacrifice to the hearth, is what I'm trying to say, because the last storm was not very kind to me. So, not many uses of the beacon tower left. I think I'll just take Berry Basket. Yeah, no, we'll take Vineyard Town. We'll keep a lookout on things. We'll make this herb garden really quick. We might as well. And then yeah, we just want to make a new hearth here, but then this needs to complete first. So yeah, we're just gonna move on. But we do have people kind of just standing around for a moment. We do have extra meat here, but I don't have any parts because don't have any parts. I think I do have some free woodcutters, question mark? No. The answer to that question is no. We can pretty much finish cutting these trees here, and then when this event finishes, we can put a hearth here, theoretically speaking. We can even just get rid of this, because it's not like the villagers need to walk over to a thing. Now, that being said, do we have enough houses? No, not at the moment. So, let's make some shelters. I'm actually going to knock down this hearth, but again, we're waiting for the event, so let me just make these really quick. And that should be more than enough. We can kind of just knock down these woodcutter camp, but I feel I'll need to soon. And as for anything else, I should actually just be using this here. I think we have some blight rot cysts as well. And they will spawn more, but not too much more, so we don't even need that much purging fire. And hopefully I don't have a lot of purging fire being made. We're sticking the lizards there just for resolve, I think is the plan. But this granary, on the other hand, can't even use it that well. If we need it, sure, but... And I thought we had a trapper's camp. Oh no, it says 0 right in front of my face. And let's move on. By the way, at this current time, there are people around me who also play video games, as it turns out. But hey, and then yeah, we're now at hostility 5 because we got a reputation point as well. Funny enough, I think the only thing we can do is this one, because we have lizards with training gear. So we'll make the clan hall. But first and foremost, let's make this next small hearth really quickly here. We just want to put it anywhere, like literally like right here. Funny enough, that just happens to be an okay place, but we're going to prioritize this. And when this gets made, we will knock down this, because there's not really much else in between here. That's the end of the sentence. Just making sure though. So if we're gonna stick with this many, we're gonna be sacrificing to the hearth. So we really are going to try and knock down as many trees as possible. Let's cut these down. As long as it's within range of the hearth, we'll be using this space. Although the other part is we want to cut these big abyssal trees down. So during the next storm, if we can, can we? We can check right here. Using rainwater generates more cysts. So hey. And then we need to make, building materials and packs of crops, because that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But we want to use these roots instead. if possible. Now, the unfortunate part here, as I mentioned earlier, is that we don't have the time, so they're not really planting as many. But we're doing our best. Don't have a 2-star Forger's Camp. I should probably knock something else down that's not being used. Like this. I could throw that down here, but I think we're using the meat more here. And yeah, we'll just stick with that. So, do we have spare lizards anywhere? Kind of. Again, it's not like having Eerie Song active for the whole time will be too detrimental. The real question at this point is if I'm willing to trade off the wood or if I'm willing to trade off citizens or villagers. But that's the question, isn't it? I used up all my stormwater, really. And if I want to actually save on things, I should actually not station as many. That's impatience. So again, it'll depend on where my patience lasts. I'm not really planning to get out too many of a thing, but as you've noticed, we don't really have a lot of positive resolve either. Actually, I should be making packs of crops through here. But I should... Oh, that's right. We have double the amount of secondary resources. So during Drizzle, I should be cutting as many trees as possible down. But, well, here are the other farms. Literally both other farms. I would like the plantation, but... I do see the power of the plantation building. My question is... Actually, we can do a quick check right now. We might as well. Oh, my body. So, only for pickled goods. Meanwhile... Berries used for packs of provisions, which I will want if I want to do trade routes. Also for pies, but mainly only for lizards. And then, obviously, it's another choice for pickled goods. What about... I mean, I shouldn't even need to ask, but I'm going to look at wheat. Grain? Sorry, grain. And we don't have anything for that yet, but... We'll keep going. So vegetable, oops, I can't type my spelling. I mean, yeah. The thing about the plantation is you also get plant fiber. For me, for fabric, but really for oil if I plan to make it. But at this point, swerving for oil is a bit much, I think. So we'll work with what we've got, I think. That being said, yeah. So the herb garden does grant us the herbs for making packs of provisions. The next thing I should probably look into is trading. So we have Ramo 2 at 2 standing, but that's about it. Let's see. Stone. Sure, if I really want to. We do need the standing up anyway, but I also want to just get this seal done. So I guess we will sell the stone here, but I should sell all of this leather too. It's just kind of sitting here. I will want it at some point, but the amber and the trade route is important. So with that said, and because we're gonna get herbs, we're going to swap this to herbs and have foxes work on that. I think I have, yeah, I do have that. I have water. Rainwater. Light rod system here. The fishing hut is idle now. So now we can actually knock this down and feel a bit better about it. Or I could have moved it over here. That was probably the better option. But we'll see. I did not put a thing because we didn't have anyone. Although I would have to trade lizards somewhere. And that's not good for the moment. So we are starving because we don't have the consumption for the proper food turned on. So we'll do that really quickly. I was like, why is my resolve so low? Because of that. That being said, I just deleted the fishing hut when I probably still should have used it, but it's too late now. By the way, let me just ask myself really quickly, do we have anything else? So we have, well, we had jerky. We don't anymore. Basically, we just need a lot more food. So we could double up on this here. On Trapper's Camp, but I think I'll just go for this instead, because we can't wait for the well, there's not even any food here, so basically I should not have knocked down the herbalist camp, but we needed the tools to immediately make the trapper's camp. I should probably cut into a glade as well, but at this point we're a bit far in to hostility-wise. Again, I could sacrifice wood. I don't want to do that, though. That's usually... hasn't worked out well for me, basically. That's being said, let's actually throw a lizard over here. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Even though I could just knock down this one anyway, so hey. But yeah, now we can have things over here instead. I should probably move some of these buildings. And we will get on working on stuff ASAP, because we need the help now. So, we'll put this here. We need a park at some point. We have 10 free builders. And let's, well, I mean, we actually have enough villagers to, wait, do we even have the neighborhood? Wow, I didn't even upgrade this hearth. Well, hey. I don't think I did. Did I ever unlock neighborhood level? I guess we're gonna find out. But otherwise, was there a merchant here, by the way? Well, there is still. He's still here. So I guess the real question is, we do want to buy something. I should probably, since we want to make use of the fertile soil, I'm gonna buy this perk. I could swerve and then buy. Oh, you know what? I have to believe. I'm gonna make the call and say I'm gonna find more fertile soil. But we do want to make use of this other stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I guess waiting for the last moment to use this trader. Also, yeah, we do want a bunch of this stuff. We want a bunch of this stuff because everyone likes pickled goods in this settlement. I just reminded myself. So. Pickled goods, that's eggs and vegetables, and that's a lot. I don't even know, I don't think I'll be able to, no, I won't be able to buy it all, but we'll do our best. Prioritize containers and get rid of the made food first. And then we deal with whatever is left. We do want to try, I think we want to try and forbid the thing. I could also trade a bunch of sea marrow for it. You know what? Yeah, let's just trade sea marrow. I don't want to do that, but we need the food now, in my opinion. So, and let's forbid these while we're sitting here so that they don't actually eat them. And now we can use this granary, which I probably am going to connect this for the sake of more efficient thingamajiggies. Don't have humans, so we just do our best. And away we go. We need to do that. Use both of these. We don't use mushrooms for the moment, and off we go. Keeping in mind, we do need to make packs of crops too, so actually... we'll enable roots, because I think that's herb garden. I always forget. Yeah, roots, okay. Roots there, but depends. If you have 2 of a garden, do you do more work? Because I don't feel like we're gonna... Well, we can't use it now, but... Alternatively, I could do this and just mix up the field a lot. But for the sake of consistency, we're going to try this out and see if that even works. I don't know why I haven't looked this up, but we're just going to do it. And let me just make sure our hostility is not going to absolutely explode. It's about to, but if we can control things, we should be okay. Also, we need to make this clan hall, I just realized. So let's do that. We'll move this shelter over. Actually, I know, dog. Yeah, I know. We gotta do this. So, 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna make the call. Hopefully I don't need anything bigger than 3 squares, and we're just gonna do that. And now we need lizards in here, because that would help out, but at the same time, we shouldn't need more than 1. If we do, we'll think about it later, but hey. And then we do that. And we're cutting this so that we have a easier way through, so that they don't have to walk all the way around to get that done. In the meanwhile, though, oops, that was weird. We can do this instead. I don't think we can... Can we upgrade mines? I guess we're going to find out. So we do that. We knock down this, because maybe we put a fishing hut here at some point. I really should just do it as soon as possible. We have a bunch of salt, by the way. Can we even use it for anything? This, so we don't have to use marrow. So we might as well do that. And now, yeah, now we just kind of just sit around. I did disable disable consumption on that. I also didn't... I should just enable all this consumption. We can also forbid that for the moment. But... Are we using mushrooms anywhere? We should be. There's no reason... Oh, never mind. Well, it'll just be, I guess, emergency food. But everything else, we should be just making food in general. We didn't connect this to the thing, but it's not like we ever have storm water, because we don't have storm water. We're also just kind of sitting here, not doing much with anything. Because I limited the amount of things. So, hey. We can use leather here instead. Yeah, I think that's the better option, and then just make training gear. So, yeah, that's fine, because we want to use the services there to avoid, if and when we get to 5, to avoid that. But, alternatively, we could just cut down a bunch of trees and do stuff. Let me just see where I'm using wood. Still making coal and kiln. We could turn that off. I'm probably going to turn it off. Just in case. And let's see. We have a bunch of planks. We could always use more, but... And then the smelter is not using wood, I'm pretty sure. So let us find out. Yeah. So no more trees for the moment. I guess we will make this fishing hut if possible. Wait, do we have enough parts? No. Ah. My body. So let's see here. I don't think that we can have it. We have anything else to knock down, so we just do this and make a fishing hut for the moment. We do still want... We need to make that again at some point, but for the sake of this upcoming storm, we'll do this instead. Shouldn't use this. I mean, we could, but... Yeah, I could also... Yeah, I could have instead put the woodcutters camp down here, but... I didn't feel that was the best decision. Let's actually boost that for a moment while we have the chance. Yeah, because they need 22 and the beavers need 30. In fact, we still need to do the beaver stuff, but it'll be fine for now. We can push them to... We can do this order eventually, but it'll happen after the storm, I promise. Maybe. So, let's continue moving on. 1, 2, 3... we could always use more. They're kind of just sitting there doing nothing. Oh, there's also this. I forgot. So you know what? Let's actually... can we move this? We can. Oops. Sorry. I mean, yeah, I was just sitting on that there and didn't make use of it. Also, I just realized my placement of this stuff is really weird, but it's fine for the moment. And let's see what else we can do. So we'll do this. No, we won't, because we want to put I want to put the woodcutters camp here so we can actually reach these trees. But we'll make this road here really quickly. And let's take a quick gander around. This is gonna complete at some point before the storm even ends, so I guess it's fine. When we knock this down and make another woodcutters camp is what I'm trying to say. What are we getting, by the way? I just realized we're going to lower impatience and therefore be at level 5, but we'll power through it. I could just opt to not take this reputation point, but losing a village or two is not going to be the end of me, I think, personally. And yeah, we don't have enough stormwater. I actually should, you know, if I had the parts, I would make more rain collectors. Actually, don't we have another rain collector that's not being used? Why do I feel like... Wait, what is my capacity? 100. We're really just not making enough stormwater. Why are we not getting as much stormwater as I think? Anywho. So, big rip. We can sacrifice wood. I think I'm just gonna end up doing that. But we can wait until the storm starts. Otherwise... we'll see. I think I'll use one of these now. Grain, meat. Global production rate faster. We'll probably pop this in Drizzle. Yeah, probably pop it during Drizzle. I could also... no, I can't. And we do have a bunch of this, but let's see here. Because I already know the seal orders, so that's why I'm kind of just picking and choosing which I want to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How my clay, but hopefully it'll be fine. And Smoldering City, yeah, we just have a bunch of salt. Oh, we have to wait for that to finish. Are we gonna get to? No, we're not. Whoops, timer. So, why are we not making packs of crops? Because they're prioritizing everything else, which is fine for the moment. Yeah, I can even just do this preemptively because they will still be at 15 plus. And in the next season, hopefully, no, we can't. Not unless I use rainwater to boost resolve, which I could do. In fact, I could even, nah, I can't do it there. Let me see here. Why were you making more purging fire, by the way? What are you doing, actually? Going to Blight Rot says, okay, well, hey. While we're here, I mean, well, did I just interrupt that? I did. Well, hey. Let's do this instead, then. So, rainwater generates more Blight Rot cysts. That should be fine for the moment. And yeah, now we're at 5 because the Impatience probably got pushed back up. That's cool. But more importantly, yeah, that's going to finish during the storm. We should be okay. I think, yeah, we have another trade route. Again, the alpha version has really spoiled me for that. It's really spoiled me for that. We're running out of jerky too, but hey. And let's see, do we have anything to sell? No. Although I just noticed my jerky levels are quite low. That's because we don't have a lot of people working on jerky. So, hey. That being said, we don't have a lot of people getting stuff either, but that's another worry. So let's speed up production here. We shouldn't need a boost resolve. They should be able to survive through this, but hey. And I do need at least another service building because we can always buy the rest of the stuff we need. Yeah, that's all I have to say at the moment. And yeah, we don't need to make any more planks. We could make tools. That would probably be a smart idea. So you know what? So 5 goes into 2, otherwise you use 8. Otherwise, yeah, I think we just make tools. So we're gonna make 24 or 25? Question mark. And if we boost resolve here, they should be fine. Yeah, let's boost resolve really quickly there. And with that said, now this is done for. And then we're just gonna remake our woodcutter's camp, I think. And we're just gonna cut into this Forbidden Glade? Yeah, Forbidden Glade. So off we go. I think we'll just speed through this. We shouldn't need anything more. In fact, we have Sea Marrow in case we even want to speed up a Glade event, but hey. And let's see what this Cornerstone brings to us in this Drizzle season. Leather... There's leather here, right? Yeah, so theoretically speaking, we will get about 20 more leather. Coal, more planks, bunch of herbs, but more foxes and more citizens overall. Yeah, funny enough, let's actually take this. We do need to push the beavers, but we'll see what this Forbidden Glade event has for us because we want to make sure we don't get absolutely demolished here. That's the end. Oh, also, actually, wait. Yeah, because this is... Oh, no, we don't have that. I'm going crazy. Why do I think we had roots somewhere? Anywho. Maybe we find a... Wait, is this a 2-star Trapper's Camp? No, it's a 1-star Trapper's Camp. Let's see here. We don't even make biscuit. We're not even able to make biscuits, I don't think. Just making sure. No. So, let's find out what we choose. I think I'm just gonna pick tanning racks for the moment. But we are sitting on a lot of stuff. Again, reputation is not gonna win us the map, so we do need to make these packs of crops ASAP. We're already on year 8, by the way. That's not good. Also, I didn't put people in the thingy, but hey. And yeah, now we have some services, but that's not going to be enough, because that's only about a third of our total population. But we can, yeah, we will get another blueprint. It's just a matter of when and how. By the way, no, we're doing a trade route right now. I had ancient tablets, sold them immediately, and we don't have anything else that we can sell, so hey. Jerky going down, jerky should be going back up soon. And yeah, when we cut into this Forbidden Glade, we're going to find out what's in here. We were sitting on a bunch of builders. I actually am not sitting on any shelter, so whoopsie doopsie. I'm not going to make it in time, but it's fine. Ah, that's right, there's a mine in the way. That's not the hearth. And yeah, we only have one, so it really doesn't matter where we put these, essentially. They need to be within the hearth's range, but you get the point. We need to make housing for people that don't have housing, because then we would be at blue resolve for lizards. That being said, now we can make this plantation here. I should have actually done a thing. I did not. But I guess we're going to be in year 9 or 10, so really it doesn't matter either. And as I said, we are making, or we're planning to make tools. This is the Fishman Lighthouse. Oh, buddy boy. This would be nice, but we don't need the decoration. It helps out the town score, which I found out. And then we get 1 impatience point. So instead, we will do this, I guess. And hey, we have foxes for this. But we are getting, yeah, 150 for each firekeeper. But we can deal with that. Yeah, we can deal with that. Pretty sure. Foxes are not affected by it, so we'll just continue to get blue resolve there, but you get the point. Also, yeah, we do have this. We now have a lot of mushrooms. We have a lot of salt. And we have an algae pond. Large. So what I'm trying to say is we should be doing a lot better now, but we're going to leave these 3 free builders. Well, we can leave 1. There's nothing in this mine, right? No, we can't even upgrade a mine, so bonk. We need the parts anyway so that we can actually make use of stuff. But in the meanwhile, again, I think the builders will help make that stuff. So we'll just have them build stuff, basically, is what I'm trying to say. No, I almost unplugged my mic. But anywho. So we will cut this open. We actually need to cut more open. I actually need to cut through this way. So I can make a path that makes sense. But hey. This go over here, snake around this way, do this. There are trees in the way, but hey, that's fine. And let's continue moving on. So yeah, here, I mean, if I wanted to make this settlement faster, I would probably, if I do feel confident enough. Oh my goodness, my stuttering. But I don't want to pop any of these right now, because I feel I'll need them later. By the way, what's happening on these fronts? Why are things not happening the way I'm expecting them to? Also, we need to start making more coal, so we'll turn that back on. We don't need the planks, so yeah, we just continue making tools here. In fact, we're going to even double up on that. I can actually remove people here for the moment. And put them elsewhere. For example, I might as well just make this now, I guess. We also would like to put another warehouse here, just for ease of access, I suppose. So we'll have it backwards facing this. Actually prioritize that. We barely have enough fabric unless we just lost it all trying to make something. In that case, is the crude workstation really our still only? Oh no, we have a granary. And we do have a little bit of reeds, but hey. And we haven't made 12 packs of crops, probably because we're eating the roots. We're using them somewhere. We are eating the roots. Or using them somewhere. Let's just make sure. I mean, I could actually... Why do I do this to myself? That's not even... It wasn't roots, but it was orange. That's why I got confused. But... yeah, it's really only being used for packs of crops. Oh! We're probably using them as bait. Let's do that then. then we can make another mine here. In fact, isn't that perfect for a mine? We don't have any more parts, but funny enough, we do want these mushrooms too, so that's kind of just as important, if not more important, because 2-star. Not that a mine isn't useful, but... Ugh, my body. Pain. Also, did we use all of our parts? We did. Did I sell parts somewhere? I must have sold parts somewhere. Anywho. Well, rip this 2-star mushroom node for the moment. Also, I said I was supposed to use the sea marrow to quicken this event, so I'm going to do that really quickly. And now we can check for more trade routes. So, we have a bunch of salt. Now, we are using salt for a recipe, but hopefully we can get that mine up and running in due time. And we can also sell these. Yeah. But that will be when this next trade route gets established. Or finishes, sorry. But we do need to get 12 packs of grubs. Oh, pain. And then, yeah, we just started that. Does this work? I feel like with only one, we're not doing enough. So that's why I built 2. I guess I'm just going to build 2 of this as well. Even though it's probably overkill, but I don't know that for sure. So we're just going to put 2. Put 2 and 2 together. Literally and figuratively. Now, this fishing hut will be used soon, so we're going to get a lot of scales and a lot of fish. Where can we use fish? Just for well, I mean, I say just, but it is kind of important. We could also use it for pies alternatively, but I guess we'll just use it for for provision packs. And let's sell this leather. And away we go. Clackety clack goes the mouse. Also, they are transporting safe? No, going to a fishing pond. Oh, they're gonna retrieve the nets right now. I'm thinking they're retrieving the nets. If they're not retrieving the nets, I'm gonna be very sad. But anywho, we should be closing out the settlement soon. Well, I mean, when we can get the seals done. But you get the point. We should be having a fun time. So in the meanwhile, let's open this up for at least more amber. And we can continue onward. We also now have plant fiber for cloth, which is probably what we primarily want to use. So instead, we will turn this off. And where else would we use? I know they're used for one recipe, food-wise. I guess we're not. I guess we can just use them for packs of crops. My mistake. Hello, Farloff. Yes, I nearly forgot. Oh, yeah, funny enough, we do now need these parts. Rain mill, flour, scrolls, and paste. Of which the beavers use the scrolls. And with flour, we can make, if we could, make packs of trade goods. I forgot what the exact name was, but anywho. Villagers move 10% faster. You know what, that. I'm thinking, though. Can we even make that properly? So, scrolls. I mean, I could check somewhere else, but... Or, what am I saying? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I just wanted to see... Oh, I could just go from this screen. I'm going crazy. Let's see here. Scrolls. No. Like what is used to make it? Leather or plant fiber and dye. Neither of which I can make. Basically, I'd have to buy dye from a merchant. So instead... Oh, as I nearly die here. Yeah, funny enough, I think I'm going to end up using the parts. So we're going to buy 6 parts, if possible. We could buy the rain mail. We're not going to buy the rain mail. So we'll just use amber instead. And be on our merry little way. How many of these do we have? 3. Okay, good. Let's get things started. Now, the other worry I have is that, well, one, we're going to run out of pickled goods unless we can get these mushrooms pretty much. Which I just forgot, even though I was just staring at what we used them for. Also, there's a building, apparently. That Oh, no, we're showing all. I'm going crazy. But yeah, we can use mushrooms for pickled goods as well. But we can also use them for packs of crops. But we can use them for both, because as long... I might even just double up here. Yeah, I'm just going to double up here. So what I mean by that is I was going to use those 6 parts for very specific things. But instead, I guess what we're going to do is... well, 1, we need to put herbalists here. But 2... As we look at our next blueprint... Hey, we have oil! But I can also make ale instead. Do I really want to do that as a dog barks in the background? I guess the answer is going to be... No, because we need these for pickled goods, and then we have more efficient bricks. The kiln can be primarily used for... Yeah, so... I think what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to end up getting the brickyard for brick and pottery production. That's the plan. If that's not a good plan, well, I guess we're gonna find out. Also, we're still burning a thing. We're still burning marrow, which I shouldn't be burning anymore. And let's make this brickyard really quick. Yeah, this was not positioned properly, but it's fine. Let's see here. So we'll make this brickyard. It will probably be manned by foxes, if possible. I do have them kind of just sitting around. Are you guys doing something? Not really. So just making sure, but we're going to do this. We'll have enough to make those, but we're going to use coal instead, and then we're going to start rushing coal again. I could make crystallized dew, but we're not going to do that. And we'll make bricks with stone instead of clay. And if I need those stones for an event later on, sadness. But hey, also I could make use of this geyser, but... little busy at the moment. So yeah, and I could put lizards here instead. We're not powered by rainwater, for better or worse, so pain. And if possible, I would never mind. That's more stormwater. We're not gonna do that. And yeah, 2 free builders for the moment, but I could end up just doing a thing. I do need salt again, so you know what? This mine. Which does mean I kind of just replace beavers here and do stuff. When this fishing hut finishes, we can focus this mine more closely. But for the moment, it'll be fine, I think. And the villagers are moving faster, so hopefully good things happen. You know what? We're going to pop this now then. So, not global production. I'm going crazy. Fertile soil, so 3 seasons. We want to probably pop it during, because we've already harvested all the crops. If we don't, I'm going to be very confused. But in the moment, we seem to... Everything seems to be stabilizing. But you also know what? We're not making enough packs of crops, so please. We are even doing a thing, but hey. Also, let's turn that off. Did I grab the druid's hut, by the way? No, I didn't. I'm just going crazy. We could end up opening 3 caches instead, but that's probably not going to happen. So we're still going to continue making tools for the moment. I think I limited them, though, right? Right? Yeah. And we're slowly running out of planks, but we want to focus these tools. Actually, we should probably just prioritize them like that. Yeah, planks are only being used for tools unless I need to make a building later on, but we don't have that, so instead we just do anything else. Also, yeah, two for 2, so they're just both working on each of them, theoretically speaking. And we're gonna run out of pickled goods soon, so we need to get a move on these things. And I think this is the is it the thing? Dangerous or forbidden. Thankfully, we got a dangerous. For better or worse, but we need to do a thing. So yeah, that would be nice. Funny enough, but we don't have enough resources unless we had a merchant that sold us stuff. But because that's not going to happen, then I guess instead we can do this. Hostility increase 45 for every wildfire essence. But we should be able to handle that. We only have 2, right? Tell me we only have 2. I am going crazy. 3, never mind. We'll still be okay, I think. Theoretically speaking, but... Let me just make sure. I could instead use planks. But we're going to get more marrow, so hey. No, we're going to use planks. And away we go. So we're going to do this. And then we'll burn more marrow to make this faster. 33 per minute. So we'll use 66, theoretically speaking. And when this fishing pond finally gets its nets, why is this not doing a thing? Also, people are probably going to end up dying left and right. That's just part of what's happening this season. That being said, let's use this up, and then let's do this. So, yep, there's the deaths. That was going to happen. We lost all of our miners, and then we lost an herbalist here. So, yeah, I should really have prepared a backup plan, but not much I can do. Farmer died instead. Yep, that was going to happen. We're going to continue losing people. If possible, or if we need them, we'll just take away from the hut or anything. We are going to get newcomers, but essentially we're just going to be replacing things with that. Firekeeper died this time. That is no goo. But we can put a lizard there for the moment. And then our herbalist died again. Really, only the lizards are safe this season is what we're trying to say. And that should be pretty obvious, just quick glance, because they're the only ones benefiting from it. Yeah, we're going to continue losing people. Oh my goodness. Impatience because people keep dying. Pain. Did we lose people? Okay, as long as this is still being worked on, we're relatively okay. But hey, we're gonna continue losing people though. We might even lose by impatience here. Yeah, not much I can do about what's happening to my face here. We can do this, but it's not gonna be the best. Global resolve for every 3 levels of standing, or packs of goods. Both are good. I'm gonna take pack of goods though. And yeah, we keep losing people because due to the effect. No more people die. I would like people to not die anymore. Woodcutter, that's to be expected. And let's finally move on here. For drizzle water, plus 2 porridge production, or more goods, or lots of ancient tablets, but I'm gonna take the goods instead. And yeah, let's finally refill on the people we lost. Plus lizards, but hey. What does this do for me? Not really as much as I expect, so we're gonna leave a beaver back on. And yeah, we need to refill our ranks, so lizards, so if anywhere that we're using beavers, we'll replace with lizards so we can concentrate on this mine here. Yeah, and that's my lesson to use a service building. By the way, oh, these trade routes are still en route. And we're about to lose here. So, do I have a last stand? I don't know if I have a last stand. Oh, I could have done this. Well, let's find out. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Only 30 seconds, and we don't have the impatience. Yeah, I think we lose here. No, not like this. What service building could I have gotten? Is there any way I can resolve this? Can't call because not enough impatience. It would have to be that, but I don't think that's going to save me either. Nope, it's not. So, yeah, that's just how this one ends. No pain! But, yeah, again, I would probably have had to... You know what I actually should have done? I should have, lowered... Or should have tried... If I could have, I don't remember which curse I had, but I should have sacrificed everything at the hearth. I didn't think about that in the moment, but that's fine. And again, you just have to have my word. I mean, obviously, this video is coming out as it is, so yeah, there's no rewinding back. So we'll try again. I'm actually going to probably move to Prestige 1 just to make things for myself. Could have also changed what I did in the beginning, and instead I can't really go back because there's windows in the way. But to kind of show there is a dangerous glade pretty much north of or behind the hearth that I should have cut into instead. We didn't immediately need to find the seal, although if we had focused on the seal more and also focused on just doing these orders, actually I probably could have done these orders too. I don't know why I didn't, but hey, I chose what I chose. The beaver resolve was probably the easiest I could have gone for, because I could have swapped a bunch of stuff. Basically, there's a way for me to have solved these problems, but it would have had to happen before the storm. Against the storm, haha, the title. But yeah, there are more than a few things I could have done. I just named about 3 things. But as we head back to the world map and this cycle ends, we'll consider it. We'll at least, you know, do the upgrades and then look at the new map. So, pain! But without further ado, yeah, a lot of things I could have done. Service building wise, what else could I have done? I think at some point, if I reviewed the blueprints I could have unlocked, wasn't really a lot, because I think they all between beavers are among beavers, lizards, and foxes. They pretty much all have separate service goods. Can I check that encyclopedia? Let's check that really quickly, just as the last part of our review. So, yeah, leisure, luxury. Oh, I had a cough. Leisure, luxury, education, brawling only, and yeah. So all the we would have to have been sacrificing them. So that was really unfortunate. But it wasn't impossible to deal with. It was just... And by year 8, we could have definitely done all of this seal stuff. I just wasn't being very efficient. Which is telling, because if that was on a higher prestige, I would have absolutely been destroyed. But again, there are things I could have done now that I thought about it in hindsight. I could have just paused the game and thought too. But hey, also, I was planning to end the video when I reached Drizzle. We reached Drizzle, but we died. So, goodness. So let's just get these upgrades to make it easier for myself, theoretically speaking. And yeah, we'll just go off the bottom. I'm just going to go off the bottom here. I don't always have to do that, but hey. And then, yeah, neighborhood would help out. 5 planks immediately also helps out, but I like embarkation points as well. And yeah, so that's that. I think that's the first one. Yeah, that's the first one we lost here. In fact, we only played 4 settlements, so that's a number to look at based on how much I feels like I played, but that's because I played things afterward. And you know what? Actually, we were going to start with this just to do the deed. But I think we can still reach it to 1. Wow, we haven't even repaired. Wait, did we? Question mark? Hold on, let me just look at something really quickly. Game history, right? Nope. I'm going crazy. No, we haven't fixed the first bronze seal. I keep calling it 1 in copper. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 event. But yeah, essentially, this should be possible. We're probably heading to the coastal grove. One last question. Let's, biome. So I can at least try to win on different biomes. So, higher or Viceroy. We should really just be looking for Viceroy difficulty or higher. 2, 3. And that's pretty much the end of that, because if you win those on those maps on Viceroy, you'll unlock the other one by extension. So I don't think there's really much. So Coral Forest instead, and then we can kind of loop around. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So without further ado, just as a preview into the next map, I think we're going to take a Coral Forest map. And a lot of people seem to like this map, and I understand the reason why, because meat in your trees, and then you get the cornerstone with plus meat every time you get 25 meat, which is pretty cool. Which means we're probably going to pick this one. And I guess I'm going to hope that things... Well, I mean, we're not on a steel map, so we should be able to win. But if you want to give your opinion and or advice as to what I could have, should have, and would probably do next time if I got into a similar situation, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I think that'll be the end of the video. We should be on the end screen now. And as always, you know, if you want to comment or just say anything else, I'm much obliged. If you've already watched and or listened to this video to its entirety, I'm also very humbled by that. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!